from, the likes of Germany and the likes of, we talked about London, we can go to Russia now. Now, there's no Russian representative in the Champions League, am I correct?
2002.
2002.
1 year off.
No Russian representatives in the Champions League this year?
No, not in the latter
League?
stages. Yeah, there's some in the Europa, I believe,
League.
but not in the latter stages of the Champs League, unfortunately.
I wonder if they win, if Putin will have stolen their commemorative rings. This is a fun story, and it's time to look back on Robert Kraft, owner of the New England Patriots, his trip to Russia, visiting for business purposes, but to visit the leader over there, Vladimir Putin, and how Vladimir Putin stole Robert Kraft's Super Bowl ring. So we have some quotes for you to put this into context, because if you don't know, and just wait till we get to the pictures later, that's my favorite, like the pictures people made on the internet. So on a business trip to Russia in 2005, Kraft and a friend visited Russia and met with Putin after winning Super Bowl, by the way, get rid of Roman numerals, 39, where the Patriots defeated the Philadelphia Eagles 24-21 at Everbank Field. Kraft showed off the ring and handed it to Putin, who tried it on and then never gave it back. The ring features 124 diamonds and usually valued around $25,000. The story continues. The Super Bowl rings are all in a drawer except for my third one, Kraft recently recounted for NFL Media. This was back in 2013. The original is in Russia with the president of the country. I happened to be there on business mission with my friend Sandy Wail. We had just given out our rings. I showed Sandy my ring, and he said, "Why don't you show it to the president?" And I showed it to him, and he put it on, and he sort of just enjoyed it. So he kept it on. It's amazing. This is backed up, by the way, by CNN and then Dmitry Peskov, who works alongside the president of Russia. What Mr. Kraft is saying now is weird, Peskov said. I was standing 20 centimeters away from him, and Mr. Putin saw and heard how Mr. Kraft gave this ring as a gift. The 4.94 carat ring is in the Kremlin's library, where all official state gifts are kept. He said it is worth more than 25 grand, according to multiple reports from 2005. And then, of course, the internet gets a hand of this. So, let's just start photoshopping the ring onto Putin's hand. And then I think this one's even better, the thinking Putin face.
So what you're telling me, Jason, is there's a convoluted reasoning behind someone's relationship with a Russian president? Someone that perhaps may be a good friend of Donald Trump himself? I gave him the ring. No, I didn't give him the ring. I like him. I don't like him. I have a relationship with him. He's got my ring. No, I don't have a relationship with that man at all.
Could you imagine that when Robert Kraft goes to the White House? And whenever he gets invited to go to the White House for the Patriots when they're winning the Super Bowl, if just Trump does the same thing?
That would be hilarious.
His tiny hand would have a giant ring.
He could wear it as a wristwatch.
That's pretty funny. This is, it's so ridiculously absurd that it is believable, and there's been now enough reports of people saying that it's in the library. So I can understand why someone would think that when Robert Kraft went to Russia and handed him this ring to try it on, he thought maybe it was given to him. But I do know Robert Kraft has said also that the ring does mean a lot to him because it does have his name on it.
If this was a reasonable individual that had the ring, and maybe if he's given it to Gandhi or something like that, and Gandhi's like, you know what, that's a nice gift, I'm going to put it on. It's Vladimir Putin. Can we stop dancing around the horror of this man? Someone gave him a ring to try on. He's in his own country, and he went, fuck you, fuck everyone around you. This is my country. I will keep this ring, and you will say nothing about it. Whatever way you want to switch the story.
He definitely said something about it, but
it's like if the Queen went, and when he went, that's a nice tiara. Mine. That's what he has so much power in that country that he could literally do these things, and that's why I don't believe any other story than he knew that whether or not he thought it was a gift or not, he wasn't giving the ring back.
Fact. Possibly fact.
Still fact. He's got the ring.
Russian President Vladimir Putin was a KGB agent, martial arts expert, goes topless, and has intercontinental ballistic missiles. New England Patriots owner Robert Kraft, he has Tom Brady. So it's pretty much a fair fight. A fight between a nuclear superpower and a football superpower over all things jewelry. Not just any jewelry, it's a brewing international incident over a ring, a Super Bowl ring.
I'm tremendously humbled by this great honor.
At a gala in New York City last Thursday, Kraft told the crowd that Putin allegedly swiped his Super Bowl ring back in 2005 when they met in St. Petersburg. According to Kraft, Putin admired the ring encrusted with 124 diamonds and said, I can kill someone with this ring. Kraft went on to explain, I put my hand out and he put it in his pocket and 3 KGB guys got around him and walked out. Putin? A thief? A spokesman for the president says, "Niet. I was there when it happened, so what Mr. Kraft is saying now is weird. I was standing 20 centimeters away from him and Mr. Putin and saw and heard how Mr. Kraft gave this ring as a gift. Maybe it's a case of lost in translation.
Я приветствую всех вас.
Literally, maybe he lost the ring because of translation. Or maybe there were bigger global forces involved. The New York Post, which broke the story of Kraft's comments on Thursday, quotes Kraft as saying that White House officials urged him to say the ring was a gift in the interest of U.S.-Soviet relations. And now Mr. Kraft seems to be backing off a bit. The Patriots releasing a statement, it's a humorous anecdotal story that Robert retells for laughs. He loves that his ring is at the Kremlin, and as he stated back in 2005, he continues to have great respect for Russia and the leadership of President Putin.
So here's what we're going to do. Go on to Twitter, okay, and please send us what you think Putin should be decorated in terms of other leaders, iconic jewelry and or memorabilia.
Yeah, you could probably take whatever he wants from the Oval Office, let's be honest. You can go, I like that I like that chair.
I still love
like that
my
desk.
favorite account ever. Speaking of Trump draws, he just does.
Oh, that's favorite. That's my best. A cat. And there's people behind them like, cat. Great cat.
Like spaceship.
Yeah. All right, we got to not mention the T word because people don't like us mentioning the T word, especially considering.
TYT Sports.
Ah, there you go.
See?
The young Trump.
The young Trumps. What an outro for you. So you can follow us on the Twitter at JaceRubin91 and at Francis_Maxwell at TYT Sports on Twitter. Send all your Putinography.
And subscribe.
Get it?
See that?
Get it? Putinography.
Putinography. Oh, I get it. And see this thing here that says subscribe to TYT Sports. I don't know if you guys have paid attention, but it's kind of like a call to action. So you can subscribe. Like it doesn't cost anything.
It's free.
You could actually. I've done it myself. It's crazy. I went in and I like hit the subscribe button. The world stayed the same, but I was subscribed to a channel that I liked.
The world drastically changed
world
around
changed.
me. I just
Everything
fell into a pit of despair.
So do it if you want to feel some emotion.
Yeah, thanks guys. We'll see you next time.